When it comes to managing audio in Linux, it can get a little bit confusing without the right tools. And especially when you have more devices plugged in, like microphones and speakers, it gets even more confusing. And I found this really amazing app for the Pulse Audio sound server. It's called Pulse Audio Volume Control, and it's a graphical utility for changing the volume levels and everything for all your audio devices attached. So I'm just going to give you a quick rundown of the app, and then I'll show you how to install it. So in input devices, these are our microphones. Built-in audio analog stereo is my laptop's microphone. This right here is my headset microphone. And one of the most basic buttons here is this mute button. So if I muted this, my laptop's microphone wouldn't work. If I muted this one, you wouldn't hear me talk after I click it. So right now, I was talking and you just weren't able to hear me, right? Because I just muted it. There's also this lock channels together button, and for the built-in analog stereo, you have two channels, front left and front right, for this microphone, and you can change them both. It's a stereo, so if you just change the left one, if you recorded something with this microphone and you listened to it in a headset or something, your left ear would hear a lot more. So you can change those volumes as well, and if you lock them again, now you just change them both at once. For this microphone in my headset though, when I unlock this, it just tells me that it's mono, so there's only one channel, so I can't change anything else there. And in advanced, there's always a latency offset. I never mess with this. I always just keep this at the default, unless you have a reason to change the latency, that you can do so. So in output devices, we obviously have all of our speakers. So this is my built-in laptop speaker, and this is my headset speaker right here. So there's nothing playing on them right now, because there's no purple slider going up and down, and they have the same settings. So if you wanted to mute your audio, you could mute this. You could mute both of them. You can do all of that stuff. Also, there is also a lock channels together. So if you wanted to change like the front left, so my laptop has front left and front right speakers, you can change how loud each one is. So if I lock these together again, you just change them at once. And for this one, you just change okay, well, when I'm hearing something, maybe I'm watching a YouTube video or something, my left ear would hear a lot more. Recording is a really interesting one. So whenever you're recording a video or like audio, like I am right now, you can see that Kazam, my recording app, is recording from my audio adapter, which is my headset. And if I change this, I can actually change what Kazam is recording from. So I can change this to my laptop's microphone, and you will hear this, you'll hear it differently. It'll probably be worse sounding because it's just a crappy microphone. So here I can click this, and now you hear me from my laptop. So I'm just going to go back to audio adapter right there, and here of course you can change the volume level again. I typically don't change this volume level very much because in input devices I just change its master volume here, and I only would ever change this if I have multiple devices here and if for some reason need one of them to be quieter or louder than the other. We can also see down here for each of these you can show different what you want to see. So if we did all streams, well, there's only one thing going on right now, so there's only just going to be that. So a better example would be in output devices maybe. So if I said all output devices, we'd see these. Virtual output devices, there are no virtual output devices right now, and hardware output devices are the only type of thing, so that's why that's all showing. And in input devices, we can show all except monitors. So if we show all of them, we see the monitor of built-in audio analog stereo, which is kind of like the output, but it's like what you're actually getting from the speakers. Also for this one, we have my audio adapters one as well. So I typically just only show the all except monitors because I never mess with the other things. Of course, we have just monitors if you just want to see those, and so on, but I'm not going to get too deep into this. Also, the only thing the documentation says is there is not much to say, just run it for yourself. So okay, so now how do you install it? So go to your software and updates application. This is on Ubuntu. I don't know if a lot of distributions have different software and updates apps, but most likely you have to just enable these four things. So enable the main, universe, restricted, and multiverse. Make sure all four of those are enabled. A lot of times they will be enabled by default. And now we just do sudo apt install pulse audio. And then we do sudo apt install pavu control, which is this graphical app right here. So Pulse Audio is the sound server, And this is the graphical app. So once we install this one, I already have it installed, just like both of them. Then we have this, and you'll just be able to mess around with this. So that's how you install it. It's a really useful tool. If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, and I will see you next time.